Hey there, I'm Chris Avalon. I've been a writer in the computer game industry for well over 20 years. I've worked on a whole variety of titles during that time. I've worked on Fallout 2, Fallout New Vegas, Neverwinter Nights 2, Planescape Torment. But there's been one franchise I've never had the chance to work with, and that is Pathfinder. Now it's my hope that Pathfinder Kingmaker will be that opportunity to bring Pathfinder to the computer game world.
Now, if you're familiar with the classic tabletop version of Kingmaker, you are going to find all kinds of familiar faces and key locations from the original campaign. But Owlcat has taken that basis as inspiration, and they've added a bunch of new NPCs, locations, challenges. It's like a whole new campaign built on the skeleton of the old one. Now, if you've never played Kingmaker before, you are in for a treat. Kingmaker is not just one of the most popular adventure paths that Paizo's ever published, it's one of the most popular fantasy campaigns for tabletop games ever. And now that campaign is coming off the tabletop and into your computer. What kind of kingdom are you going to create with your Kingmaker holdings? Will it be a bastion of goodness flocking under a goodly banner of knights, paladins, and clerics to spread the word of righteousness throughout the land? Or will it be a haven for scum and villainy where bastards from 100 nations rally around a brazen red flag? That decision is yours to make. Everything in Kingmaker is your decision. You're not just following some script. You're charting your own kingdom's future and destiny. And I, for one, cannot wait to see what kind of kingdoms you guys create with Owlcat's new Pathfinder Kingmaker computer role-playing game.
One of the Pathfinder's strengths is its rich character development system. It allows different builds of character, dozens of builds, ranging from very simple ones with just one class to very complex ones, using a blend of classes, archetypes, carefully selected traits, skills, spells and feats, just for this one character. You are not chained to a role, you can build your own. One of the core elements of the Kingmaker is a freedom of exploration, and we want to preserve this in the computer game. We want you to feel rewarded for finding new secrets, hidden vistas, lore, characters, quests, everything that helps shapes your story in this world. In some aspects, computer game extends beyond pen and paper adventure paths. For example, inclusion of companions. There are more than 10 of them, each with their own stories, interwoven into the main plot and their own agendas. We track their relationship towards you, and your choices can cause drastic shifts in their attitude towards you. Moreover, we treat player's kingdom as a companion itself. The way you deal with the matters of state, with a political intrigue, will grant you different allies and cause your people to love you or hate you. Even your capital reflects your choices, whether you are a benevolent ruler or a ruthless tyrant. One may cause citizens cast flour at you at the streets, another one may cause them cast stones. Every action has a consequence, every consequence can be answered. If your people prove uncooperative, you have other, harsher methods to compel them into obedience, even if that means turning them into corpses and raising them as your undead minions. Ruling a kingdom sometimes could be hard, claiming new regions, selecting buildings for settlements, choosing kingdom projects, but it's also rewarding, seeing the border grow, receiving gifts from neighboring states and admiring subjects, or even uncovering artifacts of immense power. Being wise ruler really pays off.
Owlcat Games is a relatively new brand studio, so we as developers have been working together for years. I first met Alexander and Victor, our creative and art director, when they've been working on Heroes of Might and Magic 5. And by that time, they were a legend already. For example, Alexander was always known as a man who literally knows everything. Before Heroes of Might and Magic, Alexander was working on Silent Storm tactical RPG series, which was among the highly rated tactical RPG games all over the time. And Victor started his career as an artist on Rage of Mages, which was one of the first computer RPG games in the genre. So, as you may see, we've been working together for years. And many of the Owlcats has more than 10 years of game development. But that's not only game development experience, because frankly speaking, there are a lot of experienced game developers all over the world. Even more than making games, We spent years enjoying role-playing games, and Pathfinder was always among our favorites. But then it struck us, because we realized that we may combine our passion in role-playing games and our experience in game development. So now we are on a plane that's called Pathfinder Kingmaker. Many thanks to Paizo that allow us to do it. So why we're on Kickstarter asking for your help? The answer may surprise you. Actually, the answer is you. We need you to decide how big of a game we can make. Luckily, we've got some support from our parential company. And that support allows us to build a solid prototype. And we're pretty sure that we may develop this prototype in a solid game. So for once, your money will be safe. But there is one source that keeps us awake at night. We want to make a game that has all the richness of Pathfinder universe. There are so many interesting scenes there that we just can't squeeze in the budget on our own. The temptation to edit really unbearable. I believe we all, RPG fans, Pathfinder fans, and developers alike, deserve to have a faithful adaptation with all the richness and depth of Pathfinder world. That means more companions, more companion depths, more kingdom events, more dungeons and wilderness to explore, and even more brand new quests and content by famous Pathfinder and RPG authors. The only limit is your support and your faith in us. So help us to make Pathfinder Kingmaker the product we all want it to be. Help us to keep its epicness to the stratosphere.
Kingmaker is the first opportunity, and hopefully not the last one, to bring the world of Pathfinder to a single-player RPG experience. So if you love the world of Pathfinder as much as I do, and you'd really like to play an RPG set in that universe, we really need your support. Every backer, every donation, all of those things are able to help us create not just a great game, but add layers and more layers to create an amazing RPG experience for everyone. So hopefully with your support, I look forward to seeing you in the world of Pathfinder.